The Keyblade War.
Let's find out about this.
Long ago, in the age of fairy
Tell me all about it,
the
Yensid.
world was filled with light, a gift many believed from an unseen power known as Kingdom Hearts. You see, Kingdom Hearts was protected by its counterpart, the Keyblade, so that none could ever lay hands on its mysteries. But in time, the world was overrun by legions who wanted the light all for themselves, and the first shadows were cast upon the land.
You literally just faded the screen to black. That was all you did.
The original Keyblade, and waged a great war over Kingdom Hearts. We call this the Keyblade War. But though the war extinguished all light from the world, the darkness could not reach the brightness inside every child's heart. With that light, the world was remade as we know it today, with countless smaller worlds shining like stars in the sky.
Like
As for the real
stars.
Keyblade,
Not
So
actually.
they aren't. Wait, hold on.
battle.
So they aren't actually. So some of those stars are stars, and some of those stars are planets that look like stars. I'm so confused.
Wait, whoa.
Oh yeah, I apologize. Sorry. I'm talking. I should
What
be
is
listening.
he talking about? Some garbage?
The Keyblade, after the Keyblade War, the Blade shattered into 20 pieces.
Of light and dark?
7 of light,
13 of darkness.
13 of darkness.
And as for the source of all light, the one true Kingdom Hearts, it was swallowed by the darkness, never to be seen again.
So what
As long
light
as it
is there?
remains there,
Yeah, whatever.
even the brightest world will have its dark.
Oh, okay, that's what it means.
I don't know, that's a weird thing, because Kingdom Hearts was never presented as like we need to get this to kill all the darkness. It was just
Yeah.
like a thing where hearts are that's a source of knowledge and power.
Decided to use
Like,
the Keyblade,
whatever, who
a
cares?
weapon designed to conquer the light, to defend the light instead. These were the first heroes of the Keyblade.
So did Xenohort just not know about the 20 pieces?
We'll get to that.
All right.
Glossary.
Oh.
The Keyblade War.
We're getting behind.
Well, we'll read these in a second. We haven't really had a dead moment here. And the next one is just Kingdom Hearts. You may have heard of it before.
No.
Some pronounce it Kingdom Hearts, but the meaning is the same. And the
I
Keyblade.
just put my phone up.
Why would you do that, Joey? In your defense, I thought we were done too, but that was my mistake.
Where is he? Huh? They're both gone.
Didn't really get to see how he fights, so I still don't know how you fight in that game.
Oh, you never see them fight in this
That coat
game.
and the coat had a
So you're gonna just have to play
deal.
the
What was
game.
deal? Are the two of them in league?
No.
That can't be.
Listen, what do you mean it can't be right?
We
What do
never
you mean
really
it can't be
found
right? You don't know Neku.
Guess I should just take
You've
a
had
look
2
around.
interactions with him. All you
Listen,
know about him is that he was like,
Sora-
hey, I brought Sora like I said that I would.
Listen, everybody likes Sora, and Sora loves everybody.
God. Ugh. It hasn't even started yet, man. It hasn't even started yet. I'm trying to curb my
What?
tongue so you can discuss. I don't want to unfairly sully your opinion of this game.
Look at all these cute Spectrobes, though.
God, Sora is so unbearably stupid in this freaking game.
When are we doing a full
It's a
playthrough
thing.
of Spectrobes?
We're not playing Spectrobes.
I have it on DS, I have 2 on DS, and I have the one on Wii. We can just do it.
We have like 10 more Kingdom Hearts games to play.
I've never played the one on Wii. I got it one day real cheap because I was like, this is going to be... No, actually, I did play it. I got it as a rainy day game, and then one day it was a rainy day, and I put it in and said, I'm not feeling it, and just didn't play games that day.
Let's watch these Dream Eaters who are not supposed to be on this level. Just their attack power isn't super high because they aren't leveled, but I bet they're still probably gonna do decently. Oh, hold on. I don't have any link gauge with these guys, so I can't do my I can't do the link attacks with them. Oh, and he's all stunned. How did that happen?
Sick.
I was looking to see those purple gauges underneath their faces. That
Yes.
indicates your link level with them, and that indicates when you can do the special
Okay,
combo
what is
attacks.
what is the drop? Is that like you do big fights and get bigger drop rewards?
No, not
No.
quite.
Is that the drop? There. Okay, I count that as the drop.
It's fine.
Or
You
the
can,
dream
you can
drop.
count that as drop. That's fine. You can count
We
that
just
as the
need the
drop.
distance now.
So the drop is the character switching system. That is a timer that is constantly ticking down. When it runs out, we will switch back to Riku. It doesn't matter what we're doing.
Oh, is that like he falls asleep?
Yes.
What the hell?
Now you do what the hell? You do have items in this game. I don't know if we have any of them yet, but they'll be. What am I talking about? They'll be under commands. My bad. I don't think we'll have any of them, but just to see. No, we don't. You get items called Drop Me Nots and Drop Me Nevers that you can consume that will refill the gauge. So it's not unmanageable, but basically when it hits 0, you switch over to the other character by force.
That's kind of dumb.
So instead of let me defend the honor of the drop system briefly, because a lot of people hate this system, and I don't hate it that much.
Okay.
I think that if you're not going to do the split campaign system of Birth by Sleep, if you're going to be going back and forth between the two characters constantly, making the player do it in some way. Because otherwise, like, what if I just go beat 5 Worlds of Sora or whatever, and then I have like an arbitrary gate of no, you can't do more until you catch up with Riku? That's kind of stupid, so I kind of like the game forcing you to bounce back and forth between them.
What happens if you beat it with one person? Like, if you if you get to the end of the world, does it just get to the next person?
Basically, once we get to the world map, you'll see each of the worlds are kind of like grouped off into like, okay, so Traverse Town, it's in its little sector, and there's a next sector with 3 worlds in it, and a sector after that with.
What? Oh, I guess we're not going to be on the same world every time then.
We can be, but we don't have to be. So basically, like, after this, there's a cluster of 3 worlds, right? And I could go to one and Riku could go to another one. The main thing is we can't unlock the cluster after that until I've completed all 3 worlds as all the characters.
Okay, gotcha.
But the point is that the pace becomes a lot. I think the pace of the drop system is actually somewhat manageable and totally fine, in my personal opinion. I also didn't need to go this way, but I'm going to go this way anyway.
Okay, so what is the 1.5 then? Because it was 1.2.
That has to do with the speed at which it's dropping, I think. Because you can get bonuses that cause you to drop slower, or you can get status ailments that cause you to drop faster, that cause you to lose time faster. So 1.5, I guess it probably means that it's going at 1.5 times the regular drop speed.
Okay, this is the second time I've seen an enemy become bright red.
I don't know.
Okay.
So those enemies in particular are going berserk, but there's a couple of enemies that, not all of them, but like 1 or 2 in the game that when you hit them, they flash red very briefly. And my only assumption is it's done on characters that don't really have stagger animations at all. So they wanted to put something in to indicate that you were like hitting them, to which my response would be, put in a stagger animation, you animals, but I suppose that's a matter of opinion.
No, they got the super armor.
I should also explain this. This is a link portal. In the DS version, you don't see them. You actually have to look at your map on the bottom of the screen, walk over the point where they are, and then hit a prompt on the touch screen, right?
Okay.
In this, they have these big, obvious portals because no touch screen. Basically, this one is borrow these spirits for a temporary amount of time.
So you can see if you like them.
Yeah, it just gives you a temporary little party you can use. The cute thing was that in the DS game, whenever you walked over one, they were always named after a Final Fantasy character, just from anywhere in the series. That doesn't exist here.
That's a shame.
The idea is supposed to be like you're communicating with people from different worlds or dimensions or dreams or something, but whatever. And then there are also portals that are battle challenges of like, hey, beat this fight without healing more than 3 times or whatever, right?
Yeah.
See, this guy flashes red when you hit him. I don't know why.
Super armor.
That guy turns red when he turns... Berserk red makes sense to me. I don't know why like there are 1 or 2 enemies that just flash red when you hit them. It doesn't make sense to me. You may have already noticed this. See all these boxes in front of these doors that they just placed kind of haphazardly?
Yeah,
you don't get
you don't go in.
Yeah, you don't get to go in there anymore, friendo.
So why did they put the box there? Why
also,
didn't they just let you
you're not even allowed to go into the cafe anymore. They've moved all the tables and boxes out. Look, you can't go in there.
I can understand that with if they're trying to do this flow motion system, then I can understand because that would get clunky real fast.
It's just a bit funny that they put you in these Kingdom Hearts 1 areas that are not built for this kind of stuff, and they just kind of put these really weird gates in front of you to block your progress. Anyway, the thing that I've kept trying to say for a while here and not gotten around to is, so this game came out in 2012, right?
Okay.
For a little bit of context, Birth by Sleep came out 2010-ish, and then Recoded came out between those two, that game and this game, right? But we have another situation going on, which is obviously Tetsuya Nomura and Final Fantasy Versus 13. Now remember that by 2012 was when they made the decision to switch to PS4 and Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
And they've said that the game was around 20 to 25% complete at that point. Now who knows if that number is true, but the point is that clearly around 2010 to 2012, after Final Fantasy 13 was done, production started to ramp up on that game. This game, it's not as obvious as it was encoded, but this game also definitely has some telltale signs of Tetsuya Nomura was not as on hands with this in some instances. In particular, not necessarily in the game itself, but when you read about like the thought process behind, I don't know, the numbers, maybe the number shows how much longer is left in the drop. I don't think I've been hit anything by anything that should lower it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Don't listen. You're never gonna have any reason to worry about the drop meter in this with the way we're gonna be playing it. So it doesn't matter. The big thing is that when you read stuff where the staff is like, where it's like when you read behind the scenes stuff of these decisions were made by these people, it's always the staff decided, the staff wanted, as opposed to when you read about any of the other games, it's Mr. Nomura had an idea to. Nomura wanted to do. In this, it's the staff wanted to do.
What are droplets?
I'll tell you about those shortly.
Okay.
Anyway, so the big thing. Hold on, let me go up here for a second, I guess.
There's an obvious Sonic Adventure 2 rail grinding joke to be made
there
here, but
is.
I'm not going to.
So the big thing that is the thing that I want to talk about with regards to the staff wanted to do this is that in an Ultimania guide they talked about they wanted this game to be as complex as possible in terms of the story. Which to me says, why would you want to do that in a children's game on a Nintendo 3DS? But whatever. The next thing is their thought process, which was, in order to accomplish that, we decided to make some scenes optional. And make so, Joey, you know how you had no idea what the hell was going on in the beginning of this game, and you still don't really know?
Yeah.
Intentional.
Gotcha.
It's complex.
It's a thinking man's game.
Okay, so what we're supposed to be doing in here is, there's all these rail grinding stuff, right? We're supposed to get to that green rail to get out of this room to the next area, but there's obviously rails going all kinds of other places, right?
Okay.
Like, where is this going? This is taking us down here somewhere. Where are we going? Oh, no, I don't even know. We're going down here. Now we're on the ground floor. So I guess that'll get us back up. If we were on the ground, that would get us back up to the other side of the room, right?
Yeah.
And there's even, like, oh, hold on. When you hit, I guess it's expecting you to fall and hit the ground. Now there's a cutscene telling you where to go. It's telling you go to the green rail, which will lead you through a door over here.
Okay.
But like you saw a big chest on top of that platform up there, right? Like a second ago. So clearly there's lots of other stuff to see and do in this room. Here's these platforms to get you all the way up to the top of the room again, right? Okay. This is also the room where it becomes very clear that the people who made the flow motion system did not QA test the flow motion system. Look at this. Oh, a little spinny thing we can jump on to get up here. How cute. All these rails.
You can infinite jump, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay. I thought that was intentional. I didn't realize
No.
that.
I thought it was intentional too because I discovered it within 3 seconds of booting up the game. There is not a single thing in the entire game that you can get to doing this. Not one thing. Everything in the game is accessed by grind rails and extremely easy jumps. Or come back later with glide.
Wait, really? There's actually places where glide you can't get you, or you have to have glide to get there. Like, can you not?
Well, that's what they think.
Oh, but you don't.
Because, okay, well, sometimes the game arbitrarily decides, oh, you wanted to lock onto that pole. So we'll just send you down.
No, it's fine.
But if it doesn't do that, then you can just, I mean, what? That big chest? I guess I was supposed to like get to that green rail over there. Who cares? I'm just gonna go over
Oh
here.
man, I hope it's a map.
No, you already have the map on the top
Hope
right-hand
it's a
corner.
map.
Best
I don't
fix in
care.
this game was they give you the map right away, so you never have that problem ever again. Anyway, whoopee, green rail, let's move on. There's lots of other stuff to find in that room. I don't care about any of it. Let's go. Yeah, and then also again, it's when I was talking about, the staff decided to do X. It's another one where it was like the staff decided, hey, this is a DS game, and Tetsuya Nomura worked on The World Ends With You, so let's put those characters in here. But, so, like, we have, okay, but wait, why is Traverse Town a sleeping world? And why are The World Ends With You guys here? Because they're not from Traverse Town. They're from Shibuya, blah. Wow, I can't believe I butchered that one so badly. They're from Shibuya, Tokyo.
I mean, the Final Fantasy. Well, no, they were here because.
Okay,
Yeah.
but listen, these characters say the word Shibuya
Yeah.
in this game.
And they're like, we got to get back. So it's obvious.
Back to
that
the
they're-
past, Samurai Jack.
So it's obvious that their world. Well, no, they're. Yeah. Okay. I'm working this out in my head. It's like, well, they shouldn't be here because there's no way their world could be gone unless it was a sleeping world, but it obviously isn't.
We'll talk. Things are gonna, like, they're gonna try and explain these characters being here, but the point remains that Yensid was like, when you freed all the worlds, there were 7 worlds that
just
didn't
weren't.
come back, and like, already, time to plot hole is almost like 10 minutes, because by necessity, this world would have had to be consumed by darkness at some point after Kingdom Hearts 1, which is impossible because we sealed the keyhole.
Yeah.
But they, again, to be clear, before fans get on to me, they do explain how Traverse Town is here. But it just means that Yensid's explanation of the situation is wrong. Also, this was the scene where I decided that I hated this game.
This way before.
That's strong.
That.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Don't you
any
have better
chance
things to be
your
doing
nephew's
right
partner?
now,
Huh?
Sora? Like, you know, your mark of
I'm
mastery.
not really sure. All I know is that my name is Rhyme.
You mean you've lost your memory?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
It's no big deal. You know what they always say. Sometimes memories just need a little help getting out.
Who says that?
That's true.
Apparently someone Sora knows.
Huh. A little help. I know. Maybe Neku can jog your memory. Come on, Rhyme. Let's go find him.
Right.
Now, you may be wondering why that scene pissed me off so much, and I really honestly can't tell you, but something about...
Well, I imagine it has
Huh.
to do with, ooh, I've never been this way. What's this?
It's not even
No?
that. Like, whatever. Okay, there's more of Traverse Town we haven't seen before. Fine. Sora didn't look around. That's dumb, but who cares? It's just like, sometimes memories need a little help getting out. Huh. Yeah, that's true. Hey, new person I've never met before while I'm on my Mark of Mastery exam, how are you? Oh, I've lost my memory. That's, I've just appeared in this game now and I've lost my memory. Oh, okay, cool, hi. This is a story that we're now watching. Are you enthralled by the drama yet? I know this sounds really stupid and I honestly can't explain. Like, I'm trying to rationalize why I just hated that scene just as like some kind of weird instant instinct when I was playing this game because I cannot properly rationalize it. I don't know why. But just that was when I decided, oh, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? I don't know. It was, I guess I didn't decide. It was where the fear really hit me, I guess, would be the better way of putting it, where I was like, oh god. Oh, this might be really bad, actually, isn't it?
Okay, so these enemies keep getting that touch DS prompt, but we haven't seen what that does.
It's the same. It's the reality shift thing where I threw the
Yes,
barrel
but
earlier.
what
I
is
throw
it with-
them.
Oh,
I hit the button and I throw them.
oh,
That's
well,
all
that,
it is.
That sucks.
Okay, so here we are at a save point before the boss, which means it's time to load a save file, but not quite because we got to get Riku here too. So obviously the gauge down there is draining, but
Yep.
we don't have to wait around for it. We can just go ahead and drop right now manually.
Meow.
The droplets are the little purple pickups we were getting from the enemies that look kind of like teardrops.
Okay.
And those let you buy bonuses for the next character on this cycle. So you grind out enough
Is it
droplets.
permanent or
No, just for this individual drop, basically. So every single time you have every single drop you have the additional incentive of kill lots of enemies and collect those things, so that the next time around you make your character stronger, right?
Sure, except I never would ever. I'd
Well, I mean,
hoard that crap.
the problem is just fighting random enemies. You'd get a lot of them.
Yeah.
You get quite a lot. I hardly fought anybody while we were doing that, and you're not going to see me fight many standard encounters. But that's because I'm cheating.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Did I fall asleep?
Is there going to be a good explanation as to why
Where
these two just
Joshua and
keep
Beat?
falling asleep?
Hey, do you mind?
Yes, but it's contradicted.
Gotcha.
I just. I'm not even trying to, like, do a thing. I'm not trying to be mean. Just every single question you ask me is yes, but here's a massive asterisk.
Okay.
Every single thing you've asked me so far.
This is gonna be a good time.
I do appreciate, as you were talking about, you know, oh, I've never been this way before. I do appreciate that we get to see more of Traverse Town. That was something that was cool about this game.
Yeah.
We kind of blew past the mailroom situation, but we walked through like past some kind of big fountain plaza. We walked into some like what looked like shopping district. When we're going through there as Riku in a second, we'll stop and take a better look at it. I was blowing past it because it's hard for me to remember sometimes that a lot of these things that are new to you and the audience because they're now passé to me, right? This is this game came out in 2012, so this is what, like 6 years ago now. I'm well familiar. This is all well-worn ground now.
Yeah, also, the drop meter, I want to say, like, if I would have realized how slow it was at the beginning, I wouldn't have had my doubts, but I didn't realize there was multiple bars. In my mind, that green bar was it, and I was like, oh, so you switch, like, every 3 minutes.
Yeah, no. It's pretty slow. I would say that if you're going pretty fast and you're both like doing the same world in an even clip, fighting random encounters, but like going, you'll probably like have 4 like total drops. Like you'll start out as one character, drop to the other one, and then you'll do that, and then you'll play as each character one more time. Conventionally, if you're going slower, that might not happen, but it's not that aggressive.
Okay. Also, what difficulty are you gonna be playing on in your low?
Standard.
Okay.
I don't care. Here's the thing, Joey. Almost all of this game's problems are identical to Birth by Sleep's problems. It fixes a lot of things about Birth by Sleep, but almost every single big problem this game has is like, hey, remember Birth by Sleep? It's that. Okay. So it's like, hey, imagine you do less damage and the enemies do twice as much. And it's like, that's it. There's no reason to play on harder difficulty except to waste our time after that.
Sure.
Hey, that's it?
I like your hat,
girl and
Shaky.
then just say, sure, and walk off?
I'm bad at this.
Shiki is,
Look, it's not safe here. You should go home.
Dangerous. How can you just leave me here? Don't you like
I'm
being
glad
shown
he
around?
acknowledges it.
Well,
yeah.
Knight? You've got the wrong idea.
oh my gosh, I was so just kidding. You get out much?
I like this
You remind me
scene.
of this guy I know. Well, good thing we met.
Yeah, great.
I like that scene a lot.
It was. There's some cute interactions in this game. There's really fast. If I can jump into.
It's just
no,
Riku's
Friday.
the cool guy all the time, so we get to see him be the really not cool guy for 1 second.
I'll block out the things people don't want to see. Remind myself just in post to do that. Just really fast. I want to pop open Shiki here and have a look at her.
Okay.
Because her model, you may notice, boy oh boy, girl needs to eat a hamburger.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that with all of these models, whatchamacallit, the game that they originate from, The World Ends With You, they are all only ever like hand drawn and sprites.
Yeah.
Right? And everything in that game has this extremely hard black line, outlines. Everything is angular. Everything is sharp.
Oh yeah,
it is all meant to be.
I absolutely love that. Of course, I always associate it with Sonic Battles art style.
But some people who are watching the show right now may not have seen the source material with these characters.
Yeah.
These designs are meant to be like these, like the ridiculous detailed wrinkles on the clothes, the angular nature of like their just the way that their bodies are built.
Mm-hmm.
It's all intentional. When you put it on a 3D model next to normal-looking people, by the standards of Riku and Sora,
it's awkward for sure. But I'm looking at it in the same context of seeing Disney characters next to Riku and Sora.
I'm merely
yes,
merely commenting, not a problem, just a stray thought. Anyway, so here we have a new area, and this is one thing about this game that's a little bit interesting. A lot of these new Traverse Town areas are cool, and I like them, but they're starting to mesh aesthetics in a way that doesn't necessarily work. So like, look, graffiti. This is a World Ends With You thing, obviously. Not that I'm opposed to there being graffiti and whatever in Traverse Town. It's just you're seeing things that weren't necessarily involved in the aesthetic previously now appearing here.
Yeah, and it's like they're like in the area where you were jumping around earlier with the grind rails and all that, and it was like super bright and everything. And or the circus area, it's like that aesthetic doesn't quite match it.
Yeah, the mailroom felt more like something underneath Disney Castle than something that would be here. Now, just as a quick point of reference, our Keyblade is hidden underneath objective there. But as you can see, a lot of the rooms in this game are pretty big. Now, this was largely done to accommodate for this.
Yes.
But a lot of the rooms in this game are very, very big, and a lot of them have, like, we just cut away to a totally separate map to do this little grind rail thing. You noticing up there, it cuts to the interior shots?
I guess you can just do this.
Yeah.
You can just grind on water,
Why
too.
not? So there's now we're over on this end, and we can get through just on regular street level. We can get through on those things. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think you're supposed to get around by doing wall jumps like this because that's what they do in the trailers, but it's completely unnecessary. You can just fly.
Yeah, this is a pretty big area. Like the level design is a lot different than anything I've seen so far.
And this is also the first game in a while. I mean, Birth by Sleep certainly had some areas. This is the first game in a while where there are definitely some chests you won't notice going through it.
Oh yeah, no, you actually have to look for it.
Of course, we're not going to be doing that because most of the chests in this game don't matter to us anyway because save scumming.
Yeah, I imagine most of it's just like the make your spectrobes material.
Make your spectrobes material, make your spectrobes better material, occasionally commands and stuff like that, but nothing we really need.
Yeah. Especially not in the time stop, in the fake world.
And so then, yeah, this is the area we originally came from to enter this room is all the way back down there.
Okay.
So yeah, you can come down the road and take the waterfalls up from over here, or you can jump right up. There's a little bit of it's an interesting flow to this level. The waterfalls that we were on a second ago, the streams we were on a second ago, kind of create this roller coaster flow through the level that's kind of neat. Several levels have that kind of structure to them that are interesting looking. Interesting feeling, I should say, more so than interesting looking. But then here we're back in the area we were in with Sora just a second ago, except his area is boxed off. The door we just came through a second ago is boxed off as Sora, but we just kind of blew past it and didn't stop.
That was a wild looking attack.
Yeah, and you notice that it was just like basically stunned Riku so that it could hit you twice for cinematic purposes.
Yep.
Which unfortunately sometimes translates to other enemies hitting you while you're in there, but whatever. Who cares? Not a big deal, right?
Right?
Right! This game still has a lot of the issues with hit stun on enemies and on you that my Birth by Sleep did. Now this is improved by substantially improving, your combo's abilities to just close distance, but it's still not perfect. But if we go over here, we got a store. Go Adventurous! Yeah! 4D upgrade, I guess. There's like items or something. I don't know. A costume. There's a sale. Look, we could get a sword or a staff or a fork. My favorite weapons. Upgrade. Yeah. My big favorite.
Love it. I love it.
We've also got a few things that don't make a ton of sense, including but unlimited to posters up for Dream Eaters and go visit the Coliseum. And this store has a big Dream Eater logo on the front of it.
Yeah, a lot's changed since this was sucked into the Dream World.
So we'll learn more about how Dream Worlds work and how Dream Eaters work in a little bit. But in the meantime, while we're just standing here before we go on to this boss,
all right,
let's read those reports that we had.
Okay, in order, we've got Keyblades.
Keyblades. A key-shaped weapon forged by man during the Age of Fairy Tales. Any other origins have yet to be revealed.
Please be excited.
All Keyblades have one of three natures: light, darkness, or heart. The last two are exceptional. Most documented Keyblades, including Sora's and Riku's, are Keyblades of light. A heart must be proven before a Keyblade will appear in its master's hands. No lock can withstand a Keyblade, nor any non-agent of light. Special Keyblades allow the Keyblade's appearance.
Keychains.
God! Special keychain. No, that wasn't at you. That was at me.
Yeah.
Allow the Keyblade's appearance and performance to be altered. Guardians of the balance between light and darkness. Through the bequeathing, they choose the next generation of Keyblade wielders, training their bodies and tempering their hearts so that they too might one day be Keyblade masters. While the word master might be tossed around, the only existing master can pass on the title and its associated powers. They often elect to test candidates for the Mark of Mastery. Often, but not always. I guess they can just say, hey, you're a master now if they feel like it. Among the Keyblade Masters is one true successor who is tasked with protecting the hallowed ground known as the Land of Departure. Looping back to our discussion in Birth by Sleep, that's great. You told us that there was a successor, but what do? Oh, they protect Land of Departure. Great, why? Because it's in perfect equilibrium between light and dark. What does that mean? Also, it's a transformer. I can turn it into
Yeah, I was
Castle
about to say,
Oblivion.
it's not
What
that
tactical
anymore.
value does that have?
Oh, sorry guys. That was you may have heard some scraping, and that's because my legs needed to be freed.
I love that, like, hey, let's explain the stuff. Please, you didn't know.
It's extra lore. Don't complain.
Arguably the most powerful Keyblade Master in history.
Okay.
Who was beaten in a straight fight by Terra, and a staunch advocate for a world where light and darkness are equal. In his thirst for not... Is he?
That okay? So is that the canon now?
Joey?
Is that the KH3 canon?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Equilibrium.
I mean, let's assume that all of them are canon, but he cares most about the next. It's all rolled in there. But they only ever talk about the one for whatever reason, even though it's the least interesting. In his thirst for knowledge, he allowed his heart to succumb to darkness. While attempting to reproduce the Keyblade War, he was thwarted by 3 young Keyblade wielders, and his body was seemingly destroyed. However, Keyblade Masters have the power to remove hearts and transfer them to other vessels. Master Xehanort has leveraged this power of recombination and clashed with Sora under a number of identities. Now, of course, the putting your heart in someone else's body thing was not really the problem. It was the he was dead problem.
Yeah.
But apparently when you kill a
His
nobody and a heartless, that's all that
incarnations are all
matters.
dead. So now there needs to be one that isn't dead.
And to be clear, because I didn't call Joshua out on this when we were filming Coded, he said, like, and so the only way to kill somebody is to kill the nobody first and then the heartless. But everybody forgets that the soul is a thing in Kingdom Hearts which is explicitly stated to be the source of life. So you can actually kill people. It's stated when someone dies, the soul leaves their body. So death does exist in Kingdom Hearts. It just doesn't happen unless you're a Disney villain.
Great.
And even some of them don't. How did any of the people who came back in Kingdom Hearts 2 come back? How did Oogie Boogie come back to life? How did Maleficent was remembered by the fairies and so she came back? Anyway.
The Keyblade War.
An ancient and epic war that lives on in fairy tales. It erupted over a sacred place known as Kingdom Hearts, the source of all light. Keyblade wielders from the legions of light and darkness vied to control Kingdom Hearts and wiped out all the world's light as a result. Legend has it that the fragmented worlds that we know today survived from the last glimmers of light within the hearts of children. What else we got on the list there?
We got, let's see. We got Heartless as well. We got Heartless, Kingdom Hearts, and Keyblade. Well, we did that, so it just we got the blade.
We have the blade, got it. Living
I'm sorry, it
embodiments.
gave it to us,
It's
and
fine,
I wrote
it's
it in
fine.
order, but it's not listed in here.
It's not listed in
for
order.
some
That's
reason.
why I asked you to write it down, because it's
Okay.
not in the order you get them, and I don't know
Strange.
why. Living embodiments of the darkness within our hearts, and therefore the darkness that has been in the world since its inception. Although they originate in our own hearts, they have no hearts of their own, hence their name. Unless they're, well, in certain cases they have hearts. Emblem Heartlesses have hearts, but whatever. Which are the most heartless. They instinctively hunt for hearts and survive and reproduce by stealing them. They have no leaders or hierarchy, least of all the chaotic purebloods, which arise spontaneously. Emblem Heartless. Those created artificially by Xehanort's Ansem behave in much the same way. According to legend, the source of all true light is known as Kingdom Hearts. We know Xehanort has created 2 Kingdom Hearts now, both artificially by amassing enough hearts. One was made from the hearts of worlds, and the other from the hearts of people. The Kingdom Hearts made from the hearts of worlds had a door that led to the realm of darkness. Its depths were never fully charted. The Kingdom Hearts made from the hearts of people was believed to have the power to recomplete someone whose heart had been lost. Alright, so what's next? We got just the Keyblade? That's
Yep.
it? Okay, here we go. There are glossary entries we haven't gotten to yet, but like their names are not spoilers, so who
Yeah.
cares? If Kingdom Hearts is a lock, then this blade from the Age of Fairy Tales was the key. It could be argued that without the Keyblade War might never have been waged. After all, you cannot possess what you cannot find or unlock. It is clear that the blade was the inspiration for human-wrought keyblades. The letter ki can be pronounced both ki or kai, leading to some confusion.
Yeah, confusion that you invented.
And symbolizes the perfect... Dude, I desperately want to find out that those parentheses are localization specific. And symbolizes the perfect crossing of light and darkness. The key blade can be forged via a high-dimensional clash between those two poles. We won't read that last part.
Oh, yeah?
It's a weird thing where I feel like it's something that wasn't meant to be there in the beginning of the game, and maybe it gets added later, but whatever. We'll read it later.
Okay.
Screw it, we're reading it.
Yes, please do.
No, we're not.
No, I want to be spoiled.
It's not a spoiler, it's just what is that?
That's even better.
What are these words that you're saying?
I know, that's even better. I want to see it now.
Nah. It's gonna be way better when somebody says the words in the game and you're like, what are those words? Come on. Oh my god, you gotta stop. You gotta sleep.
Yeah, wow, you went flying.
Yeah, sliding dash would be probably even more powerful than it was in Birth by Sleep in terms of getting around, but not necessary anymore. Alrighty, so with that, it's time to load a save file. The first of many. The first of many.
Alright, time to do the big cheat.
Yeah.
The first of many.
What level did I get to on Traverse Town?
Oh.
Okay, cool.
So, much higher than you were supposed to.
Oh, absolutely.
Much higher.
Listen, we're already gonna
going
waste
fast.
a lot of time talking, so I don't want to waste any time playing.